Hello YouTube, it's me again with my printers. This one is my Ender 3 S1 Pro. What I'm doing today is I am adding a buck converter, a 12 to 24 volt buck converter to get a 5 volt out. It's 5 volt 3 amps to USB. I got it wired into the power supply. Obviously if you can read positive negative, I've got them running in here. It's double-sided tape to the back of this extrusion right now because it really hasn't any other place for me to mount it. And I've disconnected the existing display cable, which is tucked way down in here, and that's where that will sit. And I ran the USB wire up this channel here, plug it into my external, and this is going to be the wire that comes out now for the Raspberry Pi through the little slit. And that will provide 5 volt USB power. I believe it's 3 amps or just under 3 amps to the Raspberry Pi, and this will give me a single source of power as well, so I don't have to run a separate external charger. And the bonus also is when the power supply is off, it'll take power away from the Raspberry Pi too. So once I shut the Pi down, it'll power off with the printer, which is nice. And that's pretty much what I got for that. Let me get the bottom button back up and we'll see if we get this thing going. Okay, here we are all put back together. Now all I have coming out of the back for the screen is this one USB Type-C, which provides power to the Pi. I'm going to have to get a smaller USB cable for the interface for the printer, with a 90-degree angle on both ends, because I want that to be as short as I need it to be. I might even route it underneath if I can, or I might figure out a port situation so I can have it come out. There is no internal port for me to connect to, but now what it does is power on the printer, and then now the printer's power supply will provide 5 volt power to the Pi. This relieves a couple of issues. It relieves one, the issue of how do I power it down, because I had to keep unplugging it after I'd shut down the system. And the other one is low voltage error messages when you get less than 5 volts from whatever plugs you're using. Even though that plug is like a 20 amp whatever, 20 amp 5 volt, it's probably not giving the full 5 volts, so I was getting under voltage error messages. Didn't seem to affect anything, which is alright. But it's working as intended. Hopefully I can just work on getting this thing, squared away. I don't like having a plug that's got an adapter on it that sticks this far out. I want to get it as flush as possible. So I'm going to try to get one of those little 90 degrees that bends downward, so it has some sort of backing to it, and I might even double-side sticky tape the front face of it to keep it against the body, and then I'll go from there. But that's it. Just a short update. Talk to you guys. Bye.